Welcome back, my gardening friends. Just ignore this for a moment, but I'm just going to pull another parsnip. Let's find one that's big enough. I'll take that one there. I've got about 28 parsnips, so one parsnip every fortnight should last me quite a while. Push and twist. The taproot broke. But this is absolutely brilliant as usual. I'm always pleased with the parsnips. I'll get one or two fork, but not too many. Now, growing the parsnips the way I do in the pallet collars, I went from 4 pallet collars high to 5. The first pallet collar and below gets the soil. Then we put a layer of manure in around about pallet collar 1 and 2. That way, when the taproot gets down there, starts feeding on all the nutrients. Now, on a 4-year rotation, the first year we probably put manure, which is no good for parsnips and your root crops, but that manure, the juices will flow right down into the bottom of the soil where other vegetables can't reach. So the root crops are exactly what they do. They root and they go down and find those nutrients. So these are the first year that I've grown my parsnips and carrots in these beds with the manure down the bottom. But I don't really want to take all this sifted soil out before I actually use the crowbar to make the holes to sow the seeds. So what I've done as an experiment a couple of years ago, or last year, doesn't time fly, guys? Where's the summer gone this season? 2020. But what I do is make a hole here down towards that manure layer. Let me see if you can actually see the yeah, you can. Let's just bring it across. Sorry about the noises, guys, should have switched it off first. The new tripod doesn't move as smoothly as anything else. So this is my liquid manure from the runoff. So I put my manure in a sealed bin. It's the bottom of an IBC with a tap on. I put my fresh manure in there. As it rots down, all the concentrated root nutrients and juices flow into the containers, and this is what we end up with. Just for demonstration so you can actually see it. It's nice black liquid. That's it, put it all over my feet. So the last week or two I've been putting the liquid in now so that I don't get it in that top layer. I've been using the pipe. It will be topped up and hopefully over the last 2 weeks, didn't want to do it all at once because it could end up flowing down and into the soil where the parsnips can't reach, but as you may be able to see, the roots snapped off there, and realistically that's gone way into the ground as well. But I am proud of my parsnips. The wife loves it, and the carrots too. Very similar process with the carrots as well. So that's how I'm actually rejuvenating the old manure in the bottom with the nutrients. This is the first time I've done it to this extent. I did half of the other pallet collar, and I didn't really see any difference. But this time, this whole bed that I'll be sowing my parsnips in the spring will have this. It's 20 litres gone in here, nice and steady and nice and slow. So hopefully it'll spread out. All experimental, but saves all this messing about. These beds will need topping up because they have sunk. and some of the plastic down the sides has pulled tight, needs stapling on. But other than that, I'm pleased with these pallet collar raised beds. Something else I'm going to be up to, we'll move you around. So this is the bed that we had the worst of the motley dwarf virus that's spread by the carrot willow aphid, which I knew nothing about. So let's take the top off, and I've prepared it for parsnips. Now, I haven't done anything with this, as in any extra manure or anything like that. I'm going to be planting the parsnips now. There's one or two creators going to be planting their old parsnip seeds, so we want to see if they stay in the ground over the winter. They might germinate in the spring if they don't already germinate in this warm spell we're having here in the UK. So these have had the crowbar down, had the cocoa coir compost put down the hole. It's been really soaked really well. I've put that cover on. That was a little idea from William Coleman, Garden and Allotment, using the plastic sheet over the top of the pallet collar, which makes a nice little cold frame. So I'm going to get some seeds, I'm going to get these planted, and we'll see what happens. So we've got 2 lots of seed there. Now, what some parsnip growers call old seed may not be old seed, but this is going to be 2 rows here and here of the Thompson Morgan sow by 2020, and the next 2 rows over this way will be the DT Brown. Now, they're sow by December 23, so they should be good seed, but most people who grow parsnip seeds always buys fresh seed, and I do. I don't normally mess about with old seed, especially with parsnips. So let's get them planted. So if you want to check out how I plant my carrots and parsnip, there is a video out there. It's doing quite well through the summer. Just to make sure we control the amount of seeds, I'm going to put normally put 3 seeds per station. I'm going to increase that to 4. Just spread them out a little bit. Ideally get them towards the middle, and if they do germinate at some stage, I'll let them get to a reasonable size, and then we'll thin them out. We only want 1 per station, and like I said, 24 will last me a whole season. I'm hoping that that parsnip bed there will last me until these other parsnip beds, the one that we've rejuvenated. Won't be doing nothing with that bed until I know all that saturation's gone, and then I'll fill the holes in so it doesn't draw the moisture up. And hopefully we'll have even more parsnips next year if this bed works. This has had motley dwarf virus, this bed, so I can't plant carrots here again. So why not stick some parsnips in as an experiment? And just to finish it off, we'll pop the little mini greenhouses over the top. Just give them a little twist. That pallet collar will go on top to give them a little bit more protection. As you can see, these have actually been in the ground upside down. These are my watering feed bottles for the tomatoes, fruit juice bottles, yogurt pots. Check out my mini greenhouse video. And I'd also like to say thank you to Robbo, who's slowly working through all my videos. Fair play to you, mate. Only 2 other people have ever been able to manage to do that. Well done to you, sir, and thank you for the support. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll get the top, that cover on, help keep the moisture in there. This retains the moisture inside there, keeps the slugs out. Yeah, works really well. Well, how do you create more ventilation in your polytunnel? Like this. Anybody new to my channel, I am raising the tunnel up by a metre, a wooden structure, then we're sitting the polytunnel on top. But I did take the sides out to top the wheelie bin up, the municipal bin, and the wind's got under it. So I'll hack a bit more off, ready for the next bin collection, make sure we get a nice full bin. But yes, that's definitely opened that up. Never seen that like that before, guys. But the fruit will still ripen. Cucumbers have had the day. Don't think they'll come to much. But overall, I've enjoyed this growing space. I use these blue barrels because I've got plenty of them, but it hasn't really worked out, so we're going to be having a rainwater wick. The old Robin, he wants me to get my trommel working again. Do a wick guttering system, so we'll have some barrels outside topped up with water, and we'll get rid of these barrels here. We'll see how things go. We'll do a drip system for these using the hose lock drip systems, but we'll see how things go. But yes, that's how to create ventilation in your polytunnel. The giant tomatoes didn't exactly turn out to be giants, but I'm going to the show on Sunday the 27th. My slot is at 12 o'clock till 12:30, and I'll be showing my giant beetroot. It's very difficult to see how big these are till you get them out the ground, and my long root vegetables, parsnip, beetroot, and a muley radish. There's the drip feed system on top of the tunnel there. Roughly translated, please get that trommel running. Okay. And a red cabbage. I don't think this one is as big as the one up my father's allotment. It hasn't grew as well, but there again, it's in a container. But with lockdown, everything was difficult, but it's always worth trying. Well, the trommel's been working really well from the last update. Obviously, I filmed the videos pre-upload, but I haven't had to do many adjustments at all. I've fastened this on. I've left the cable ties because it's given it a little bit of flexibility. I'll have to make a note of where the chains are for the future. The gearbox works rather well. Saves messing about too much when I disconnect the battery. The really fine stuff that comes out the trommel straight away has gone into those buckets, so that I can use that for my homemade compost mixes. I'll be using those for the broad beans very shortly. Getting down it slowly, not rushing it, trying to break it up, because there's 21-ton bags in here and it's really compacted well, but it was right up to there, so we had a hell of a lot. Sorry, there was 18 bags in here, but I'm going to be putting the 20 bags that I put into there into here, and I'll probably only collect about 16 bags this year. I've got more than I need for myself. The rejects, as I call it, we'll try and collect all the rubbish as we go. It isn't really rejects, it's just stuff that just needs a little bit of teasing out. but I've got another bag there. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. There'll probably be about 10 bags of this that I might set up another compost bin for and let it have another 12 months and then break it up and throw it through the trommel. Last year, or this year if you remember, this went into my new raised beds. And this is where I've been putting all the other leaf mould. As you can see, it's slightly bigger, but it's a great addition to any growing medium. Retains the moisture really well. And this one, this little clip is for Mark Shaw. We've got the guttering up, but what did we use as the door? So we had a few ideas. Muddy boots reminded me about the guttering along the top, and all I was concerned about this space was the north wind, snow and rain blowing in, so I could be here enjoying a nice brew. Oh dear, it's going to rain. Help! See ya! Happy gardening to you all. Till next time. Ta-ra for now. Ha 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 ha! Only joking, guys, only joking. Everybody will think I'm a nutter. Ta-da! Job done. Let's show you a few more things before we go. So if you remember this spade, somebody threw it out because it was mild steel, not doing any good at all. But I saw the potential in this lovely handle. It's not very old, and what goes and happens while I've been doing my leaf mould, this replacement handle has now broke on my shovel. So you know what I'm going to do, guys. Drill the rivets out, and we'll fasten that to that the best we can. Recycle, repurpose, reuse, and all that. I've dry built my rocket stove. Just want to know, guys, if you see any issues with this before I build it. Do I need the hole smaller here to draw the fire through? Just let me know. Do I need it to shut this off so it's a smaller hole? Don't know. Before I build it, love some comments on that, please. And talking of recycling, one of my viewers, subscribers, fellow plot holders rung me up, made contact, said somebody's got some polycarbonate sheets. They'll have to cut them up, but they're a decent size. They've still got the plastic cover on them, but it's near enough impossibility to get it off, so that's probably why it's still on. But I was just thinking they'd make some nice windows on the polytunnel rebuild. And the large sheet that was in a skip, I drove by it for 2 days and then plucked up the courage, knocked the door. Yeah, help yourself to it, mate, he said. Get a bit more stuff in this skip. Always worth asking. Never take without asking, even though it's in a skip, because it doesn't belong to you. And not sure whether to use that for the doors or roof space or a cover for these. I don't know, but I've got it. It's here. There's no good thinking, oh, I wish I'd had that now. I've got a great job for it. But yeah, I hope that's given you a few ideas, guys. I'm trying to get sorted straight. Very difficult. Malvern's coming up. Well, not Malvern, but the actual giant vegetable show. I've got to sort those out. I am on holiday. You probably realise that by the time you've watched some of these videos. There's obviously more than usual. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. some money's worth there, guys. Don't forget to check out my playlists and the Mars Hydro links below, and my videos on the greenhouse grow room, trying to grow salad crops throughout the winter months. Looks like we've gone all blurry. Ta-ra for now.